Hello, hello, hey, this is okay, and I'm inking Wendy Wonka Epilogue number 3 today. My voice isn't in too good of a shape, so I might just talk a little bit today, but if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna try to see if I'm gonna make sure I'm connected. Let's see here. I feel like I am, but let's see. Is this working? Huh. It's always so confusing with YouTube. I figured it out for Twitter. I can set up a live stream really easily with Twitter now. I just do not recommend this channel. I used to watch that Nerdrotic, but ever since everything political has been going on, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. Can't. Let's see here. YouTube Studio. Why don't I just view my channel? Hey, it does say I'm live. Okay. Alright, I can share it. That's great. Alright, so once again, this is okay, and welcome to the live stream. I need to pause that. And this is Wonky Wendy Epilogue number 3. We're inking today. You can see here what we're going to be working on. This is page 12 I'm working on, and it'll be inking work today. Got it penciled in. I'll probably do a little bit of penciling because I never go in a straight line. I'm zigzagging. I do a little bit of coloring, do a little bit of inking, penciling. All right, but let's get this posted. Saying live streaming YouTube. See if I can turn my music down a little bit. It's probably gonna get picked up and flagged for copyright. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to post on Discord too, and then we'll be done. Hey, there was a blue-tailed skink, like a lizard, that just a pretty big one. It doesn't look that big in that picture right here, but I was sitting at my desk working, and the lizard just walks through the middle of the doorway. It's like, I heard there's something going on in here. Came in here and checked everything out and did a few laps around the office. Finally got him safely outside. Got him trapped in like a cardboard box and then took him out. We have so many of those blue-tailed skinks right now. I think that's what they're called, blue-tailed skinks, where they have a really shiny iridescent blue tail. And they're really cool. I like the green anoles too. We have a lot of those. But the other day, we probably have a lot of blue-tailed skinks because it's like they're having a good time outside, if you know what I mean. I was standing in front of the window the other day, and I look out, and there's two blue-tailed skinks like doing a death spiral. Like one's biting onto the other, and they're like fighting. And I think they were fighting. I don't know. Maybe they were doing something else. Maybe they were getting a little frisky. I'm on the wrong. I'm on boxes. Oops. Okay, so let's get on the inking layer. Start with a face. How about that? How about that? And today is like a record high temperature day here. I don't know what everybody else is experiencing around the globe, but we've got a record high temperature. It's getting to 100 degrees today. I don't think. What is this? It's like mid-May, so it's not quite summer yet. it's too soon to be 100 degrees. The climate crisis, I think, is probably probably just getting started. It's probably gonna get so much worse because nothing's getting done about it. It's the kind of thing that everybody's just like, maybe it won't. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. It's hard to change things, and especially on a global scale. Like, change is not easy, and especially when money doesn't support it or there's opposition. Big money opposition. Big money. Alright, so this is a very small face. I'm using a small brush, and I just like to point out right now that I'm working on an actual comic page size file. That's something when I started getting interested in doing the comics in physical form, printed out on books, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do all my comics in actual comic size format. That way it's so much easier. Like right now I'm doing so much work to get comics, my digital comics, into physical format, just because I didn't do them I did them for as a web comic, like digital only, and I didn't really intend to do them as an actual printed comic for a long time. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me for each comic. I just posted about this on my Subscribe Star, but the Kickstarter for Chapter 1 of Wonky Wendy is now in pre-launch mode. And the Tales from the Crypt Keeper Kickstarter is officially launched. I think there's like 36 days maybe left on the Tales from the Crypt Keeper. So there's a whole another month, which I need because I really need to advertise it and get the word out. Also going to start the contest for Tales from the Crypt Keeper story idea contest. When am I going to start that? This weekend. So I'll try to have that. I'll try to finish up live streaming, and then I guess I got to do that as soon as I finish live streaming. I'm also going to pull up my chat panel. Let me know if you have any chats. Zach the Thunder King, hello. And again, sorry about my voice. The pollen outside, I guess. I'm either sick again. I've gotten sick like 3 times in the past 2 months, I guess. And I'm over it. I'm so ready to just like be normal, healthy. Can't take it anymore. But I don't know. This could be allergies. I don't really know. But it's been going on for like a week now, so I don't know if allergies stay bad for a whole week. That's my only thing where I'm like, maybe this might not be allergies, because usually they, you have a few bad days and then you're better. But it's only like getting worse. All right, so now we're to her dress, and I'll do the straps on her dress in a second. I guess I came up a little too high right there, higher than where I expected to, so. You hear those, what are they? Tibetan horns? What are they called? Horns? main comic. This is the I'm working on the comic epilogue number 3. Okay. Let's go into a 6 brush because I probably should have done that after I stopped working on the face. 4 is too small. I feel like I need earphones with air conditioner attached to my earphones. I get so hot when I put on my earphones. If Bose ever comes out with AC headphones, I'll get some of those. It's $1 million idea. All right, let's draw her hands. Let's get my 4 brush for this detail. Starting to get vertigo. I was watching Ace Ventura the other day, and I forgot how much I love that movie. I haven't seen it in forever. Like, maybe I saw it when it first came out, and then I've never rewatched it. But I love Ace Ventura. That is a fun time. And I was watching the sequel, When Nature Calls, and I had completely forgotten about the opening. Maybe I missed it. Maybe we saw it in the theaters and we showed up late or something. But never had seen like the raccoon cliffhanger scene. That was wild. Okay, let's see here. I think I'll erase that. Let's go with a bigger brush now. I've decided to go back to the basic brushes for most of my work. I think I was experimenting mostly in the Tales from the Crypt Keeper comic. I think I did the whole comic in unusual like fountain pen brush type brushes. I just ended up not really liking it as much as I like the brushes, digital brushes. So it's kind of a shame that it costs so much money to buy those brushes. Okay, okey-doke. That looks tight. Might need some. Oh, I made an iced coffee right before I started and I never finished it. Okay, let's get this. I was in the pool earlier, and I was trying to get a slug out. There was a slug at the very bottom of the pool, and it was dead. And found it very difficult to get a slug out of the pool. I remember reading a story about someone in Australia who was dared to eat a slug. He ate it and then contracted some like brain killing disease, and he ended up, I think he ended up turning into a vegetable because of that. He ate the slug. All right. Oh my gosh. So I guess latte does not help your throat. I'm struggling. Probably sound like RFK Jr. Okay, so let's. I'm gonna move to pencil because I definitely can't go from scratch to nothing, or from nothing to bottom of the shoe. I don't even know what. Okay, so it's gonna be like this maybe. Is that too much sideways? I think that's too much sideways. Too much sideways. Sound like a Neanderthal. Okay, so maybe that's more straightened out. Where's your head at? I saw AMC movie theaters are going to start offering half-price tickets on Wednesdays. So maybe I'll actually be able to afford going to the movies now, which is kind of cool. I always go to the matinees on movies. I don't get to go that often. I watch most of my movies at home, but I do like going to the theater. I don't know how much longer the theaters are going to be around. They're not doing too good. It'd be nice if they gave you something with your ticket purchase, you know, like a lot of people do with like they do with DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, where it's like you buy the movie and then you get the digital version too. Like that would be really cool to get a digital version if you buy a ticket for the movie theater. Or maybe like that's the only way you can get a digital version or something. I don't know. No, that would probably maybe there's like a special edition that you can only get by going to the movie theater. So, you know, Andor, the Star Wars show just finished. I really enjoyed watching that. I'm trying to think if there's a TV show I've enjoyed watching that much in a long time. I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Louder Milk. Found Louder Milk, the show. I really liked that one. Basically, like, binge watched the entire 4 seasons. Is it maybe 3 seasons? I think they're starting a fourth season, maybe. If you haven't watched Louder Milk and you like comedies, you'll like that show. All right. I'm still not sure that foot looks great, so let's rework it a little bit. I think I need to widen it at the top. I don't know. That doesn't look any better. Let's maybe go back. No. I think that is probably as good as I'm gonna get it. I wanted to look like the feet are kind of pointing outwards, you know, like pigeon-toed. That sounds like an animal. Pigeon-toed. Pigeon frog. Uh-oh. Got someone needing help. Let's see if I can... I don't want to pull up all my email while I'm live streaming. I'll do that later. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think that angle is correct right there. Let's try that. There we go. Ha! Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Looking good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I used keyboard shortcuts and changed my keyboard key for rotate. It's kind of hard to know. I'm trying to, you know, arrange my keyboard shortcuts. It was really convenient in my old Wacom tablet. It was really convenient how it had an on-screen keys that I could rest my hand on. So I'm trying to adjust with my new tablet and create keyboard shortcuts because I'm using my keyboard instead of the screen. So far I'm using like brush eraser, rotate, and fill bucket, and magic wand when I'm coloring. Okay, I'm butchering this curve line. Okay, that'll have to do. Yeah. Okay, rotate that. You can use the touchscreen to like rotate it and stuff, but I found it really is much faster if you use the keyboard. Okay. Let's see, is that I'm not really doing accurate curves today. I'm off my game. Let me see if that was correct. Nah. Should I do... I'm gonna just leave it like that for now. go. She's got these white boots that are basically just becoming circles. Alright, here we go. I should probably, well, let me do the, I'm going to do a path for this one. A path. Sorry. My voice is really going. Need some water. Okay, so let's stroke it. Actually, I don't want to do. I'm not sleeping very good at night with my allergies or cold or whatever this is. So I needed some caffeine. All right. Now we need to do her dress line, and then why don't we just go ahead and color it after. That's a Bob's Burgers. Alright, I think that looks right. Let's do a pressured stroke. That's probably another one I should get keyboard strokes for. Or I wish I had like a action for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill this in. About red. I don't have red, do I? There we go. Inks. Oh no, I forgot about that. That's probably, I need to fill that in. That's things that coloring at this point helps with. Okay, and there's white and yellow hair. I need to actually finish the ink on her glove. There we go. She's getting dragged over somewhere, so let's just do this. Fill. Okay. Alright, so there we go, that's her. Now we're working on this panel. Let's do switch over and hope we don't have a burnout. Alright, here we go. Black. Blackest night. The Black Knight always triumphs. How about you? My dog got tired of my commentary. Is she talking in this panel? I don't remember. I don't think she is. So let's do a closed mouth. Man, I loved having that like rocker ring in my old tablet, you know. I think that's what they called it. Where you could change brush size, you could zoom in so easily. I mean, having a touch screen is good, but those tools made touchscreen like obsolete. Like you didn't even need it to be a touchscreen. Okay. Let's see here. Now that we got her face done, let's do this this fur. And strap. That strap line looks a little thick. I was on a roll there. So we gotta make this look fairly, I guess the cleavage is gonna be fairly insignificant. I want it to kind of be pancakey. Alrighty then. when I was going back and rewatching the original Star Wars movies after Andor finished, it was kind of finally hitting me how old those movies are. When you have like Rogue One and Andor, that they're able to do the look of the old movies but make it look very clean, I guess, cleaner and higher definition almost. And like you kind of notice that everything seems like it's had 20 people work on it. And it wasn't thrown together in a few days. Like, what am I listening to? What is that? Guy's a gatekeeper. It's a weird song. Wondering what to listen to right now. Big city life. I might just listen to Stressed Out, 21 Pilots. I feel like this line is a little too thick. Okay. Is that movie, the movie Fantastic Four, is that out yet? I feel like it probably isn't. Probably not trying to compete with Thunderbolts. The other movie I want to see, because I've heard a lot of people have told me I need to go see this movie in the theaters, is the Skinners movie. The what is that? I think it's like a Dracula, not Dracula, vampire period piece. And I'm really curious as to why people are saying that you need to see it in a theater. When I saw Nosferatu, I was kind of sad that I didn't get to see that in the theater. That really had a good ambiance or atmosphere to it. And the cinematography was really good. I noticed a lot of bad reviews on Nosferatu. I thought it was pretty amazing. I was in a good situation. It really helps to watch a movie when the mood is right, It's one of the benefits of watching movies at your house, because you kind of have to force yourself to get into the mood to watch the movie if it's at the theater. Okay, she is puffy like a puffy coat. I haven't drawn her hands over here. Let's not worry about those right now. Let's see, do I have... I feel like I need to... Is that closed? I need to make sure it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and just fill. No. Let's fill that in. Oh, that's gonna be red. Oh no, did I do that on the colors layer? Alright, well, have no fear. We just cut, paste, merge. Alright, now let's get back to it. Let's see there. Oh no, that's on the... Shoot. I did those color swatches on the ink layer. Alright. So why don't we do her dress and then her like braided pigtail things, and then we'll be done for the live stream, I think. I'm gonna switch over to oh, I need some water. I need we'll switch over to X and do some live streaming over there. I hate the Windows key. I wish my keyboard didn't have a Windows key on it. Okay, let's do her eyes. I think this song is like, I made love to my woman listening to reggae music. What? Well, those are interesting lyrics. I guess he's not a gentleman. Alright. So next, here we have the machine. Pressing down hard. Let's move to a 6 brush. Oh, my voice. Let's get on the ink layer. How about that? Alright, so that in that shot, it's kind of, her dress is a little bit riding up there a little bit. But let's move on. let's see, how is this working? This is the part where I always get like confused on. How does the braid start? Maybe it just goes straight into that one. Alright, so we'll go kind of like zigzag. I guess that's my word of the day. Oh, my throat, man. That is rough. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Is it 3? Do you braid hair with 3? Oh, God. Oh, I hate drawing the beginning of braids. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. That does not look right. Let's just give her one more section of braid, I guess. Ah. It's got some pretty thick braids right here. Doesn't look quite that thick on the other side. That doesn't... That's not good. Maybe we'll just make this one larger. How about that? That's the phrase of the day. How about that? How about that? How about that? Been saying Mazda a lot around here. There's a commercial out where all you say is Mazda, and it like the translation is like a whole sentence or something. So I'm all for that. All right, just let me say one word and you figure out what I said. Like yada yada. Mazda, Mazda. I remember reading about there's like a language expert who actually dissected the Boosh language. I don't know what the language is called, but you know, Princess Leia is in Boosh disguise, and she's like, you know, meeting with Jabba, and she says, "A Yoto," and basically that's all she says is like Yoto, A Yoto, A Yoto. And so the language expert was dissecting the language and be like, you know, actually this is not crazy. It could be a language. And there was a whole article written about it, which was fascinating. Okay. I thought I was holding shift. I was holding control. I wonder if I could do a straight line. No. let's use my expensive brush. Alright, let's go back to 6 now. Oh, what just happened? I guess I was erasing. OkayOkayOkOk. Okay. Let me see if we got it all. I probably should not have live streamed the braids, because I have no idea what I'm doing when I'm doing those braids. I guess they turned out decent. I don't know how to braid someone's hair. I wish I did. Believe it or not, that was just not something, a skill I've learned over the years. Strange. Oh, I forgot her tie over there. I forgot to do her legs. No. Alright, let's color her skirt thing and then we'll be done. Should probably do like a sped up version of these, because I know it can seem like it just gets boring or moving too slow when it works when I'm doing it at normal speed. I wish I could go and fast forward in real life. I need that click remote. Is that what they... Is that the movie, Click, with Adam Sandler? Alright. Braids. She looks a little Japanese in this one. I don't know how that happened. That air conditioner is cooking today. I'm gonna have a pretty high bill. I like how on our utility bill for, you know, our electric bill, they've now made a thing that says the weather increased your power bill by this much. It was like, oh, the weather did that. I didn't know the weather could do that. But it does, like, I'm not really clear on how the weather did that, because I think I was really trying hard to understand this bill, but I'm not an electrician, so I don't know anything much about wattage and usage and stuff. But it was like, you use less energy, but your bill still went up. So I don't know, kind of just, they could just put a number on there and say, this is how much you owe, pay it. Kind of feels like what happened. We're getting into like Donald Trump kind of bills, where he's like, this is how much money I think you should pay me. Just pay me that. Ah, no, that's not the ink. Alright, so let's get back on the ink. Alright, so let's get back on the colors. that whole spiel about my electric bill probably made no sense at all. We were walking around the house the other day, and I just noticed this, like, maybe a 2-inch hole that's in the house that I never noticed before. And I guess it was where someone had drilled a hole for like power cords, or like the electricity for the house, because the power box is like right above it. So you can tell they like drilled this giant hole in the house, and then they were like, oh, wrong height or something, and so they're like, move it up 2 more inches, and so they drilled another hole right above it. So I gotta go plug that hole. Alright, so let's just put that there. And voila! We have inks. Sounds like Jinx. What was that? What were we saying earlier? Pigeon toad? Pigeon toad. I need to draw a pigeon toad. That's my next goal. Layer, and ta-da! All right, so here is the like final glimpse of what is going on in this comic. I'm really enjoying this comic. Like, this is probably going to be my favorite issue so far of the 3 issues of the epilogue. Okay. Because I'm really enjoying these 2 characters, and then the transformation or the expansions, that kind of stuff that's going on is really fun, and it's basically the entire comic is just feels like one big transformation process sequence. There's like a 6-page kind of intro that kind of sets up the final bits of the story. So there is probably 2 more issues, maybe 1 more issue. I originally thought I could do it in 3 issues, but just not possible. And I'm doing it in the comic size format, so I could easily get this stuff printed once I finish them all. But I don't want to do that until all of them are finished. I really like how her face turned out here. There we go. That small line for the lip. Oops. How about we... I think that's all. Okay, expand. Oops. Did full screen. Pressed F. Let's get out of that. There we go. All right, so there she is. she's having some fun there. Hey Ghosty, I am just about wrapping up, so I'm just getting through and explaining what all's going on. This is the coloring, or not the, this is the inking and flat coloring of these 3 panels right here. It's a good bit of fun going on. This again is who I call Mindy, who's like Wendy's daughter, because she was in the age chamber with Wendy. I don't know if you've seen the ending of chapter 2, but yeah. So that's Mindy over there, and Wynn's mom. a lot of names are sounding similar, but yeah. Wynn, Min. I guess that's it. Weird. I guess I'm using a lot of the same sounds. But yeah, here we go. This is signed, sealed, delicious from epilogue number 3. And I'm going to hop over on X, and maybe I'll do coloring, shading for one of the earlier pages. So we can have some fun doing some colors. But again, this has been OkayOkayOkOk, and if you want to pre-order, you can right now. The final comic will be ready. Let's see, it is the 16th of May today, so in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is Friday the 30th. Almost sounds like Friday the 13th, but Friday the 30th is when this comic will be ready. Stay tuned and watch for it then. If you've pre-ordered, you should be able to see the first 6 pages and kind of see that introduction part. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time on the next live stream, and I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you later. All right, let's pause. Here we go.